Welcome to the KITP. I'm Lars Bildsten, the director here. I'm going to say a few words of introduction and then hand this quickly over to Kate Alexander, who's been leading the charge. First, I want to say a little bit about the KITP. So we have existed since 1979 here on the campus at UC Santa Barbara, originating from a grant from the National Science Foundation, which we still have, I'm happy to say, after all these years. Our activities, our prime activities, are bringing visitors from all around the world, physicists primarily, but also astronomers, biologists, geophysicists, to come for extended periods of interaction in what we call programs. So 8 to 10 weeks of being together, about 30 people here every day. And then associated with those, there's always a conference, which just wrapped up yesterday, so for this topic. And we take advantage of having all these great scientists here to bring to you what you're going to get today. So we're sort of building on what we're doing. I always have one question for every one of these. For how many of you is this morning your first time in the building? Raise your hand high. Okay, great. So that's about 8 or 9 of you. We'll have opportunities for interactions at the break and at lunch. We also have some of our postdocs who will be at different tables, so that at any table you're at for lunch, there should be. We should distribute ourselves. I'm just reminding everybody. Distribute ourselves so that there's always someone there. And I think we've got 2 of our astrophysics postdocs. I'm looking at Maggie. Yes. So I also want to, Maggie, you're sitting far too far in the back. You need to come up here so people can see you for a moment. Okay, so I really want to start by thanking Maggie Sheriffs. Thank you, Maggie. Maggie is the ringleader of this event and has been doing that for quite a while, and I know most of you know her well. The major thing we want to achieve while you're here is getting ideas of how to fill this room up. We have capacity for more than you, and we've been doing outreach to different communities, but it's really important to us that we get the most advantage of this event for those of you. So if you have other places, friends, acquaintances that you think, darn it, they should have been here, please talk to Maggie, and Maggie does a lot of outreach and work, and of course you're the best ones to help us with that process. Other bookkeeping is since we have new people here, all of the breaks and the lunch will be in the courtyard, which is exactly in that direction. Hopefully the winds will subside, but it's really a beautiful, clear day because of that. And the restrooms are down to the left. There's a men's room and a women's room, and then straight down the hall here is a gender-neutral restroom. We also have our staff who will be available during the day. Most of you already met them due to check-in and maybe even last night at the reception. But otherwise, I really want to welcome all of you. And the tradition at KITP is time for questions, and that's really important to us, and we think it's even more important to you. But also, when you're asking questions, because everything we do is recorded, you need to use the microphones so that and we'll be running around to help you with that, so that the questions get recorded as well as the answers. We have about 24,000 talks, roughly, online. So everything today will be up online, usually within the same day, and available. And so again, all of these teachers' conferences over the years, as well as all of our activities, are there. So that, as well as we view as a resource for all of you and for your students. So anything else? How many of you, is this your second time here? Raise your hand. Okay, great. That's a lot. Good. For how many of you is it your 5th time here? Aha. Okay, very good. Okay, so now you know who's in the audience. We have some who've been here many times. And so I do encourage everyone to take advantage of the time together to share your challenges. But let's launch it over to Kate for science.